Welcome to AH Tutorials, where we show you how to work on cars. Today we're working on a speedometer for a 2010 to 2013 Acura MDX. So let's get to it. For this, we're going to be using some pretty common household tools. First, we're going to need a small sized Phillips screwdriver. And then after that, we're going to be using a flathead screwdriver. In order to take out the speedometer, we're going to need to remove some plastics out of the way. And a few plastics is going to be over here, this one, and there's also going to be one on this side. And then we're going to have this center black piece that we have to take out. And the way we're going to get to it is first we're going to take out this side piece, and we're just going to take our flathead, and we're going to pry through this crack, trying to find an open spot. We're going to get underneath it, and you just kind of want to pry it off. And be careful because it's plastic and it's easy to break. So you want to be careful with all these pieces because they're all plastic. And once that comes off, this piece can come off, and if you can't do it with your hands, you can again use the flat screwdriver and just get from underneath it. And you don't need to unplug it. If you want, you can unplug it, but you can leave it hanging if you want. But we're gonna go ahead and just unplug it. And the way that comes off is there's tabs right here. And we're gonna push down on these tabs, and we're gonna pull at the same time. And this one has a tab on the side. Push on it, pull. And that's just gonna make it so that it's not entirely in our way. You don't have to take it off, but it makes it easier for me. And then also, we're gonna have to take off this piece over here on this side. And the way we're gonna take this piece off is from underneath here. We're gonna take our flathead and we're gonna pry it. And you just wanna find a good spot. Usually from the bottom is the best spot. Yeah, you can see now that's gonna come off. Now once that comes off, we're going to need to take off this center black piece. And this part's easy, you can just use your hands. And before you do this, on this side you're going to want to move this steering wheel. And the way we're going to move the steering wheel out of the way is this button here is going to control it. And we already did it, but you're going to want to move it all the way down. And there's no battery to the car, so it's not going to show you. And then you're also going to want to bring it all the way out. And after you do that, we're going to be able to get to this black piece easier. And you can see now, it just comes off with your hands. And there's going to be a plug here. And we're just going to take this plug off, and we're just going to push down this tab, and we're going to pull that out. And now there's going to be two screws. There's going to be one on this side, and there's also going to be a screw on this side. And we're just going to go ahead and take our Phillips screwdriver, and we're going to be undoing this. Now after we get both of these screws out, we can go ahead and take out this very last screw, and it's going to be right here at the top. You can see now we can pull the speedometer off, and behind the speedometer is going to be a couple plugs, and we're just going to take these off, and the way they come off is there's a tab. We're going to push down on this tab, and we're going to pull at the same time. Same thing for this one. And you see that just comes off. Now we're just going to go ahead and replace it and put the same one back on to show you how that's done. And we're going to go ahead and just start with the plugs that we just took out. And we can just put it back in place. And we can go ahead and just start with the screw that was on top first. And we're going to go ahead and put the screws that were on the side. And be very careful, you don't want to do it too tight because these pieces are plastic, they're very easy to break. And so if you tighten them too much, you're going to break the plastic and you're going to break these tabs. And that's something that you're not going to want to do. Now I can just go ahead and put this screw in. Now finally, we can put this plastic piece in, the center black piece, and it's just gonna slide in. And you can see how it has clips right here on the sides, and it's gonna go into this hole right here. And you're gonna see that this side's gonna clip into this hole over here. And so we're just gonna go ahead and push this in. And we can go ahead and put this piece back on. And you can see how this works, how it has a whole bunch of clips as well. And it's just going to go into the holes that line up along here. And we're just going to clip this in. You see it just clips in nicely. And finally we can put this piece back in. But first we're going to put the plugs in and then we'll clip it in. The plugs just slide in, and I'm going to make sure the holes line up with the clips. And we're just going to push that back in. And finally we can cover it up. This piece. And you want to make sure the rubber on this side goes over the plastic, and the plastic goes behind the rubber. And finally clip everything in, everything should check out, and that's how you change your speedometer, and hopefully you didn't have any trouble. Thanks for watching.